so we're going to be solving this system using substitution. We have the first equation of x minus 6y equals negative 6. And the second equation of 2x plus 5y is equal to 22. Now when we solve a system using substitution, we're looking for an equation that has an isolated variable. Do we have that? No, we do not. But can we isolate one of the variables? Yes. Which equation would be best to do so? The top one, because one of those variables has a coefficient of 1. Good. So we're going to look at that top equation. I'm going to take this x minus 6y equals negative 6, and I'm going to isolate x, because again, it has a coefficient of 1. I want to get that x alone. Doesn't matter if it's x or y that we're isolating. It's just the one that has 1 as a coefficient. I'm going to add 6y to each side. This top equation now becomes x equals 6y minus 6. And now I can start to solve this problem. I can take this and substitute it into the second equation for x. So I have 2 times, now remember, when you substitute in a quantity, you want to substitute in parentheses. 6y minus 6 plus 5y equals 22. Okay? I'm going to distribute the positive 2 as we solve this equation for y to figure out the first part of our answer. So I get 12y minus 12 plus 5y is equal to 22. I combine like terms. 12y plus 5y, 17y, good. Minus 12 equals 22. We're going to add 12 to each side. We get 17y equals 34. And we divide each side by 17. We're going to get that y equals 2. So for our answer, we know it's going to be x comma y. And then it's going to be something comma 2. Good so far? Okay. That was first part of the problem. Second part of the problem, we're now going to pick one of the 2 equations and we're going to substitute in for y and solve for the other variable x. As we debate top or bottom, it honestly doesn't matter. We'll use the top one. So we have x minus 6y equals negative 6. We have x minus 6 times 2 equals negative 6. So x minus 12 equals negative 6. We add 12 to each side. And x is equal to 6. So we get 6 comma 2 is our answer. Now it does matter though. We could have used the top or the bottom for part 2. For part 3, you have to use the opposite. Because we used the top equation, we're now going to use the bottom one to do our check. If we use the bottom one, we then have to use the top to do our check. So now we're using 2x plus 5y equals 22. So it's 2 times, I don't know what's wrong with this one, times 6 plus 5 times 2, and that's going to equal 22 if we did this correctly. 2 times 6, 12. 5 times 2, 10. And 22 equals 22 is a true statement. Our answer is 6 comma 2. Questions?